I carry a camera like some people carry prayer beads, quietly, instinctively, without needing to explain. It's not just a tool, it's how I listen to the world. At first, I was just chasing light. Soft halos on sidewalks, reflections melting in puddles, the hush of early morning streets. Click, frame, forget about it. But somewhere along the way, I stopped just taking photos. I started making sense of things. The lens became an extension of my instinct. I saw beauty in the broken, cracked walls, tired eyes, shadows folding into themselves. I wasn't documenting life. I was decoding it. What I captured said more about me than the subject. I was stitching together a language of light and longing. There's a really strange magic to freezing time, trust me. A shutter snap is a kind of spell. It taught me patience. It taught me reverence. I learned to see what most people miss. And in doing so, I started seeing myself more clearly. Themes began to rise from the negatives like ghosts, loneliness, resilience, the tension between stillness and motion. Each photo, a whisper from my subconscious. I didn't always know what I was trying to say until I saw it staring back at me, framed in pixels and instinct. Sharing those moments, that was its own journey. Vulnerability through composition. My heart hung on a gallery wall or a social feed, but each time I did, something loosened. I stopped needing to hide. I started trusting the version of me that exists behind the lens. Now, when I scroll through my archive, I see more than images. I see evolution. I see the courage to look closer, the willingness to be changed by what I find. Photography didn't just sharpen my eye. It cracked me wide open. It made me braver, more curious, more me. There was a time when I couldn't even look at a photo of myself without judgment. Every image felt like evidence of the lie I'd grown up believing, that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't belong, that there was something fundamentally wrong with me. But one day, I picked up a camera. Not to change the world, just to try something new. And that decision began to rewrite everything for me. Behind this lens, I started to notice things I'd never seen before. The way light shaped a scene, the quiet power of a fleeting glance, the subtle beauty and imperfection. I was documenting life, but I was also documenting a part of myself I hadn't fully met. And slowly, as I learned to frame the world through my lens, I began to reframe how I saw myself. This wasn't just photography anymore. It was transformation. It was healing. It was growth. Creativity became the mirror that I needed to see something good and worth keeping. It helped me break up with shame and start a better relationship with truth. And that's why this matters. Because when you prioritize your creativity, not as a side quest, but as a daily discipline, you stop hiding from the person you're becoming. Here's what prioritizing creativity can do for your growth. First of all, creativity builds self-awareness. There's no question. When you create, you make choices. You explore what resonates, what doesn't, what feels real. Every brushstroke, every chord, line, or lens decision tells you something about who you are. The more you create, the more you uncover your voice, and your voice reveals your values. Secondly, creativity encourages exploration. When you give creativity room in your life, you naturally stretch. You try new tools. You chase strange ideas. You let curiosity lead. This exploration is how you evolve. It's how you grow out of the safe shell that you were told to live in and start discovering who you really are meant to become. Third, creativity strengthens intuition. Creative work is often less about logic and more about gut instinct. You follow sparks. You sense when something is working or when it's off. And the more that you trust those nudges in your art, the more you begin to trust them in your life. And number 4, creativity cultivates confidence. There's nothing like the feeling of finishing something that you've made, a photo, a song, a sentence that lands. It may feel small, but it's sacred. It says, I showed up, I followed through. And over time, that builds a quiet kind of strength. And number 5, creativity reframes failure. In the creative process, mistakes, they're not just common, they're necessary. When you prioritize creativity, you stop seeing failure as a sign of inadequacy and start seeing it as an invitation to iterate, to adapt, and grow. And number 6, creativity strengthens your inner voice. The more you create, the clearer your voice becomes. Not the voice the world gave you, but the one you were always meant to use. You stop echoing expectations. You stop performing for approval. You start trusting your own perspective. And number 7, creativity deepens mindfulness. Getting lost in flow is also a sacred thing. Time slows down. Noise fades. You enter the present moment, not as an advisor, but as a participant. And that presence begins to leak into other areas of your life, your relationships, your habits, your mindset. Creativity is not just something you do. It's something that does something to you. It's a refining voice. It's a healing force. It's a mirror, a mentor, and a movement if you let it be. So, if you've been downplaying it, delaying it, disqualifying yourself from it, here's your invitation. Prioritize your creativity, not for applause, but for alignment. Now, go create, not to prove something, but to become something.